I'm here because I know you're tired. Not that I need a nap tired. I mean, soul tired. I know what it's like. I know the feeling of that 6 a.m. alarm hitting like a physical blow to the chest. I know the 45-minute commute where you stare at the taillights in front of you and realize, this is it. This is your life. You spend 10 hours a day building someone else's dream, making someone else's kids rich, and making someone else's stockholders happy. And then you come home. You look at your banking app. You see the rent go out, the light bill, the groceries, the convenience fees. And you realize that after 160 hours of your life were traded away this month, you are left with nothing. You aren't a human being to the system anymore. You are a subscription service. You are a battery that powers your landlord's mortgage and the utility company's profits. You are literally working just to earn the right to come back to work tomorrow. And for 90 videos on this channel, I lied to you. I told you to save your pennies. I told you to skip the coffee. I told you to wait 40 years for a retirement that, let's be honest, you'll probably be too sick or too old to actually enjoy. I was wrong. You cannot budget your way out of a life you hate. You cannot save your way out of a burning building. The 9 to 5 isn't a safety net. It's a slow-motion trap. If you feel like you're drowning, don't look away. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the math of your misery and the exact blueprint we are going to use to break the cage. This is the last time you ever look at your life and feel like shit, like you are not doing enough. Let's get to work. Now look at the data. Most people think they're struggling because they spend too much or they aren't disciplined enough. That is a lie designed to make you feel guilty so you don't look at the system. Let's start with a real-world audit. In 1985, the average house cost about 3.5 times the average yearly salary. Today, in most major cities, it's 10 to 12 times. That means you have to work 3 times as hard as your parents did just to put a roof over your head. You aren't lazy. You're being squeezed. Think about your rent. Every month, you give 30, 40, maybe 50% of your income to a landlord. That money is gone forever. You are literally paying for someone else's asset. You are the one working the 9 to 5, but they are the ones getting the equity. You are essentially a renter of your own life. Let's talk about a silent killer, inflation. If you earn $50,000 a year today, you aren't earning what $50,000 was worth even 3 years ago. You've lost nearly 20% of your purchasing power. Your steady 3% raise at the office? That's a pay cut in disguise. The bank is winning. Your landlord is winning. The grocery store is winning. And you're just running faster on a treadmill that's tilted against you. This is why you feel like you're drowning after paying rent. It's not bad luck. It's mathematical certainty. The 9 to 5 was built on a promise. Work hard, stay loyal, and we'll take care of you. That promise died a long time ago. But here is the analysis they don't want you to hear. The 9 to 5 isn't just a trap because of the money. It's a trap because of the tax on your brain. Think about your decision fatigue. By the time you've dealt with your boss's ego, answered 50 useless emails, and survived a 2-hour meeting that should have been a text, how much of you is left? When you get home, you don't have the energy to build a business. You have just enough energy to eat, watch Netflix, and sleep so you can go back and do it again. You are literally too tired to do anything. They aren't just buying your time. They are buying your creativity. They are buying your potential. They are buying your freedom for the price of a Netflix subscription and a lease on a car you only use to drive to the job you hate. If you have $1,000 in the bank, you don't need a diversified portfolio. You need an exit. You need to stop being an employee and start being an owner. You tried saving, but you can't save your way out of a system that is designed to devalue your currency. You have to scale. You have to build assets that grow faster than the cost of living. You have to stop playing the game by their rules because their rules are rigged for you to lose. I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself, even if it hurts. When you're sitting in your car in the office parking lot, staring at the steering wheel for 5 extra minutes because you can't find the strength to walk inside, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're disciplined, that you're providing? Or are you slowly realizing that staying in a place that makes you cry in private is a form of self-hate? We've been brainwashed to believe that suffering is a badge of honor. We think that if we aren't exhausted, we aren't working hard enough. If you spend 40, 50, 60 hours a week doing something that drains your spirit, just so you can spend the remaining 10 hours of your weekend recovering so you can do it all over again, you aren't an employee. You're a ghost. You are telling yourself every single morning that your dreams, your peace, and your time aren't worth the risk of trying something else. You are choosing a slow death because you're afraid of a fast failure. I know that fear. I thought if I just analyzed the market enough, if I just saved enough pennies, the cage would eventually open. But the cage doesn't open from the outside. You have to break the lock. Self-hate is believing that you don't deserve more than a salary for your existence. A salary is the bribe they give you to forget your dreams. It's the steady drip of morphine that keeps the pain of being a cog in a machine just dull enough that you don't scream. But you're watching this because the morphine is wearing off. You're exhausted. You're paying rent, you're paying taxes, and you're left with nothing, not just in your bank account, but in your heart. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying next year or when I have more saved. You will never have enough saved because the system is designed to take it back. The only way out of the rat race is to decide, right now, that you are worth more than a cubicle. So if the 9 to 5 is the trap and saving is a lie, what is the way out? It's not a lottery ticket. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a shift in mathematics. We are moving from linear income to exponential leverage. In a 9 to 5, you are selling your input. You work an hour, you get $1. That is the most expensive way to live because your time is finite. You only have 24 hours. Once you sell them, they're gone. To escape, you need to start selling output. You need systems that work while you're sleeping, while you're eating, and, most importantly, while you're stuck at that job you hate. I've analyzed the data of the new rich, and they all use 3 pillars. First, digital assets, products that cost $0 to replicate. Whether it's a piece of software, a digital guide, or a specialized template. You build it once, and it sells 1,000 times. That is how you disconnect your time from your bank account. Second, AI-powered systems. We are living in 2026. You can now hire a digital employee for $20 a month that does the work of a 5-person marketing team. If you aren't using AI to scale your output, you're competing with a steam engine while everyone else is using a jet. Third, media leverage. Exactly what we're doing right now, building an audience. Every person watching this is a node in a network. When you own the attention, you own the market. I know what you're thinking. I don't have time. I'm exhausted, kropka. I hear you. But remember what we talked about. The 9 to 5 is a tax on your brain. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. That would be reckless. You need to commit 1 hour, 1 golden hour every night where you stop being an employee and start being an architect. 1 hour where you build 1 digital asset. 1 hour where you set up 1 AI automation. Because if you can make just $1 online while you're sleeping, the spell is broken. You'll realize that the security of your paycheck was actually a ceiling on your potential. This channel is no longer about saving for the future. It's about scaling the present. I'm going to spend the next 30 days showing you the exact income scaling models I'm analyzing. No fluff, no corporate BS, just the math of freedom. I didn't make this video to entertain you. I made it to remind you who you are before the 9 to 5 took your spirit. You weren't born to be a human resource. You weren't born to pay a mortgage for 30 years and then die. You were born to create, to scale, and to be free. If you're still watching this, it's because you know the morphine is gone. You know you can't go back to normal now. If you are ready to stop hating your life for 40 hours a week, if you're ready to stop being a subscription service for everyone else and start being the architect of your own future, hit that subscribe button and don't leave here without telling me about your 9 to 5 experience. I'd like to know how it has been with you. Don't do it for me. Do it as a signal to yourself that the 9 to 5 version of you is dead. The exit starts now. My name is the Financial Analyst, and we are just getting started. I'll see you in the next system.